Welcome students to the fifth video in our Inflorescence series, and here we are looking at the key differences between the points the important points related to the Racemose as well as the Cymose Inflorescence. And let's begin with the differences between the Cymose head and the Racemose head. The first important point is that in the Racemose head, the flowers are centripetal. Basically, it means that you have the younger flowers at the center and the older flowers at the periphery. Whereas in the case of Cymose, you have the centrifugal type of flower development, which basically means that you have the younger flowers at the periphery, whereas the older ones are at the center. So note that first difference. Flowers centripetal in Racemose and flowers centrifugal in Cymose head. Going on to the second key difference. You have the involucre. Involucre basically means a wall-like or a ring-like arrangement of the bracts. Bracts are something like modified leaves or modified leaf-like development. So you have the involucre in the case of Racemose, but such a development, such a ring-like development of the bracts is not seen in the Cymose head. The third key difference is that in Racemose, the flowers are sessile, which means that flowers don't have pedicels, in the sense that there's no stalk. The flowers are not stalk. The flowers don't have a stalk. Whereas in the case of Cymose, they are either subsessile or pedicellate, which means that the flowers have a stalk, or there could be a case where the stalk is not nicely developed, which means it's subsessile. And the last major difference between Racemose head and the Cymose head is that Racemose head, the flowers could be homogamous or heterogamous, that is either the same kind of flowers or different kind of flowers. But in Cymose, it's homogamous, which means that only one kind of flowers. One kind in the sense that either male or female. Heterogamous means both male and female. Now let's have a look at the key differences between Racemose inflorescence and the Cymose inflorescence. We begin with how the peduncle, that is the inflorescence axis, that is the axis on which the flowers are arranged. So how the axis has developed, how the inflorescence axis has developed. So in Racemose, it's monopodial. Basically, it refers to the terminal stem growth, which is single, from which the peduncle is developing. Cymose is sympodial in the sense that it could be the base of the axillary branch with the lateral branches, something like that, joining together, or multipodial, that means multiple branches are involved. So that's from where the peduncle has developed. Racemose growth is indefinite. That's a very important point, which means that the growth is continuous at the shoot tip or at the tip where the inflorescence is developing. Cymose, it's definite. Racemose, it's the flower arrangement is acropetal. Acropetal in the sense that you have the younger flowers at the top and the older flowers at the bottom. Basipetal means it's the other way around. You have the older flowers at the top. Going on to the fourth point, in Racemose, usually rarely the growing point ends in the flower. So it's very rare to have a flower at the growing point. But as far as the Cymose is concerned, Cymose inflorescence is concerned, the growing point always ends in a flower. So not that point. And last important point is that Racemose lateral flowers, Cymose terminal flowers. Lateral means on the side, terminal means at the apex. So that's about the difference between Racemose and Cymose inflorescence. So going on to what about the next video? The next and last video in this inflorescence series, we'll be looking at very interesting cases, that is special cases of inflorescence. And not a point that this special inflorescence, especially Hypanthodium, where Hypanthodium verticillata and Cyathium, are extremely important when we consider the when we consider it in the examination point of view, especially the NEET examination. So the next video, that is the sixth video in the video series dealing with inflorescence, will be looking at three special inflorescence cases, that is Hypanthodium, Verticillastia, and Cyantium. And thanks for watching. If you feel that the video is nice and good, please subscribe and to our channel. Thanks once again. Thanks for watching.